Are estate and letting agency fees too low? Today, I'm joined by Marc von Grundherr, who is a director from Benham Reeves, big in the game London let agent. Talk to me, Marc, about fees.
So let's be honest, fees seem huge when they're 1, 2% for sales or 8, 10, 12% for lettings. They seem huge because it's a portion of your money for landlords and for vendors, people selling. But the reality is the amount that we as agents earn is under pressure, as all fees are. But the point is you need people who know what they're doing to do a good job for you, to spot a bad tenant, to rent it quickly, make sure they get the good photography and do all of the stuff and manage your property properly for you in lettings and on sales, market it to the right people, know how to negotiate to get you the best price. And that's worth its money in gold. You look at the UK where these fees I talked about, anywhere as low as 0.5% on sales and on rentals, letting and management as low as 5%. You know, you go to the US and it's 5 to 7% on sales. You go to Dubai, it's 10% on sales, you know, and that's on sales. Forget about rentals, which is again quite big. It is a lot higher than we have. The problem is our fees have historically been low. And I think one of the problems is you don't get the right people coming into the industry anymore. If people cannot earn the money, why would they come in and be an estate agent, whether that's in lettings or management or sales? Why would someone come in on a minimum wage basis? That's ridiculous.
Isn't it fascinating that the minimum wage is only £700 below the average wage of a negotiator at the moment? It used to be about 50% more.
Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, the average fee in the UK for sales has gone down from 1.6 in 2006 to a current 1% at the moment. Why do you think that's actually happened? Why have agents pulled their pants down on their fees?
You know, I think it's down to them being very weak, and we see it all the time. So we as a business are quite strict on fees. We'd rather not take the instruction on than reduce below the fixed levels that we give. Why? Because why is it fair for me to take on one instruction on a reduced fee than it is to have a landlord who's got 10, 20, 30 properties with us who's on a higher fee? That's not fair. And I think, though, what happens is people come in and they're desperate, or they're under pressure. The large firms put their teams under so much pressure to put stock on. And if you are out there fighting, putting stock on for any, whatever the weather, then you're going to be under pressure to drop your pants on fees. And that happens. Why charge 1%? Why not just do it for free? I mean, it's pointless, and it's not about the 2% or 3% or whatever it is on fees. It's about making sure that the person who's doing the negotiating earns enough in order to, have a career in it.
I mean, is it chicken and the egg? Fees have gone down, so people are not attracted to the agencies. Do you think also we're very good at proving our worth?
No, I don't think we're good at all. I think most agents say a good little talk on the instruction, and after that they don't follow through, and they don't make vendors understand what a good job they're doing. If you work with a good agent like us, I think like us, and you've bought through me, you've rented, you've managed through me, you get to the end of the process, this is your expectation. Whereas when landlords that come to us who've been doing it themselves, those landlords, they really appreciate what you do for them because they realize the really hard work that goes on. And I think it's really sad that people don't value their worth.
If you don't mind me saying, you and your firm are very big on content marketing, creating lots of gorgeous reports about what's happening in the property market. You're always in the newspapers, creating a brand, if you know what I mean. Do you think that's helped you with your fees?
I think it helps us with fees by doing branding of who we are. But actually, I truly believe it's what you do. It's really the nitty-gritty is in the job. Convincing people that you're going to do what you do and then stand behind and do.
Okay, but you've got to get the property in the first place.
You've got to get the property in the first place.
Sometimes that type of marketing might have brought you onto their radar. You still have to follow through.
Still have to follow through with it.
So good marketing,
100%.
But also good at what you do.
Yeah, 100%. And I think good marketing is really important, and we do a lot on that.
Do you think Roper and those sort of licensing will help the industry improve their fees?
I think so. I think if you have less agents out there because they're all licensed and they're professionals, you will be able to you'll be able to hold your fees up higher.
I mean, I would say that licensing just sets the rules of the game. If everyone
100%.
plays by the rules of the game,
100%.
it doesn't really matter whether, you know, what's happening to fees. I mean, if everyone takes the exams, we'll still have the problem of too many agents and not enough business.
I don't think you'll see that though. I think what you'll see is if you brought in Roper and you brought in proper licensing, I think what you'll see is a lot of small firms won't want to do the training, won't want to do the licensing, and they'll sit in the background until they're struck off and kicked out or reported and leave. You won't see the volumes of people coming through that do the training. Even now I look, so we're members of ALA, Property Mark, and we put all our staff through the ALA Property Mark exams, and we help them with it. We pay for the materials, we pay for the exams because we think it's important. It's the only thing we can give them. It's the one thing that we really push. The reality is, you look at most ALA Property Mark companies out there, you see how many of them are doing. What they do is say, the materials are there if you want to do it, have a go.
And a few directors, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Mark, thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much.